Well, welcome back, everybody. We are here with Chef Danny Wolf from the U.S. Army Reserve. We are getting ready for your big game party with a bunch of different things. We showed you how to create some appetizers and some really cool chocolate just a little bit ago. We told you about these little filet mignon sandwiches you can make. But now we're going to shift gears a little bit because now we're really talking here, Chef.
Yes.
Okay, what do we have in front of us?
Okay, what we're going to do is make a like pizza bread. And we'll go through the process. This is actually what it'll look like when it's done. And the two would be put together.
Okay, hold that for a second, okay? All right, so what do we need? Is this fairly simple?
Yes, and of course, normally you wouldn't have this tablecloth on it, but it's real easy. And Lou's gonna help me a little bit.
Yep.
A little bit of flour.
Okay.
Just like any dough, you're gonna unroll that.
Unroll the dough.
Right.
And what kind of dough is this? Just regular pizza dough?
Pillsbury pizza dough or Hy-Vee pizza dough, it doesn't matter.
Whatever's on sale.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so you just roll it out.
Right, and you wanna make sure it's kind of square, but if not, we can always cut it, which isn't a big deal.
This looks like the United States backwards, so that's what we're doing this one. Okay.
Almost looks like Iowa.
Or Iowa. There, I like that.
Okay.
Okay.
You put your in the recipe they'll show you. You put your pizza sauce on.
So, plop some sauce on, whatever kind you like.
Yeah, you can buy that at the store. And there's different
I'll
ways. Yeah.
Smear it around. Okay.
Yeah, and actually, if you're a pizzateur, you do it
Connoisseur,
different.
yeah.
Okay, you would do it in circular motions. It actually makes it better. And you ever buy or eat a pizza and all of a sudden you get a big bite of the sauce or something like that and it burns you? Less chance of it happening this way.
Okay. Didn't know that. See, you learned a pizza safety tip here for you.
Right.
Now what do we put on there?
Okay, next is going to be a little bit of garlic.
Oh, you need garlic. You always need garlic.
And again, the recipe, they'll show you the recipe for all this.
And that could be the pre-chopped stuff, no big
Right,
deal. Get
yeah,
out of the
pre-chop,
jar.
it's fine, I'm making
Okay.
everything. The next is gonna be our mozzarella.
Get a little mozzie. Stick it on there. And it's just one big hunk of dough you get out of the roll. That's a good deal there.
Yeah, and next is gonna be our Parmesan.
Okay. So you have a cheese base here. Now what about some meat? Do we have some meat to go on
Yes,
there?
we do. We have some pepperonis.
All right.
And you can do anything. You can do this as a veggie or anything.
Sausage, whatever you like.
Yeah. And you just spread your pepperonis out. And you can buy the pepperonis, you know, most of your grocery stores has a pepperoni. You can use chorizo or something like that.
Oh, different kinds?
Right,
Okay,
whatever
different
you
kind of sausage type
like.
things, okay.
And you figure out what you need for that. And then almost all the cheese, we leave a little bit to top it right before it's done.
Now, is that anything different? Is it just regular Parmesan or whatever you have?
Right.
Okay.
And now, this is up to you. I have my my Italian seasoning. I don't want to put too much on it, just a little bit. And tell you the truth, this is the wrong way to do it. You never pour anything over what you're going to do, because I'm sure it's happened to somebody where, whoops, it all goes in there. The proper way would be
Well, go ahead and
measure and do
it the proper way. We're here all about proper here, Chef.
All right.
So you have more control of it.
Right.
See, it's a little bit of there.
All right.
Okay, and now just roll her up.
Yes. Then we roll it up. Just basic.
Just fold it like a big burrito is what
Yep.
it looks like.
And then what would happen is, get my knife here.
Grab his weapon, he'll try to find where his knife is. But again, we have all the pizza goodness inside of this roll that he has. And this is just pre-done pastry dough that you get. You open it up and then stuff everything that you like inside of there and be as creative as you want. He told you about that as well.
Okay, what you're going to do is make sure it's square, so we normally take a little more time. But then you're going to cut these about your index finger, roughly. And normally I'd use a knife, but I'm a big dough scraper person.
So you have the little chunks like this.
Right. Then you would, and you do it all the way through, and get yourself a little foil container. Of course, you spray a little bit of nonstick in there. Really, olive oil is probably better.
And take the pieces.
Now, they're going to stack differently. You're going to do them like this. Almost like you see monkey bread.
You're going to flip them upside down. Regular side up and then upside down.
Right. Right.
Okay.
And you do this level, and then you do another level with that, which is what it works out with. Then you would throw
more cheese on top of it.
More cheese, and save just a little bit for the end. And
how long do we cook this then?
30 minutes at 400 degrees.
All right. And it comes out
Yeah, and actually,
toasty brown.
it's if you have a display plate or thing, you wouldn't have, because it looks nice when it's all up on there.
All right.
But it's meant to be finger food, just for your fingers.
Perfect. So there you go. So that's this one here, and we have a little bit of time left. We're going to try to create one more thing, Chef. If we can do that, we'll just lay that on there.
Yeah.
And we're going to try to create your 5-layer BLT dip here.
Yep.
Okay, so, and is this fairly simple?
Yes, it is.
Okay, because that's the biggest thing, because you hear 5-layer dip and people can always mess them up.
Yep.
All right, so what do we have here?
Well, the only downside is, or not downside, but I use iceberg lettuce. No nutritional value, but it looks pretty. You should use a darker. It sounds crazy that you want this to be healthy, but it's always better to have a darker. Have your kale or your romaine and that. You could do spinach if you wanted to, but this works well for your colors.
All right, so what do we have in here right now?
Okay, right now what we have is, and this is how we're going to build it, the bottom, it's almost like we're doing a trifle.
Okay.
Like we did the trifle last time.
It was here.
All right, so the bottom has your cream in there. Instead of sour cream, I use creme fraiche.
Now, where can you get creme fraiche?
Hy-Vee.
Okay.
Hy-Vee has it for sure. I haven't seen it other places. The difference in this, it's a French type of sour cream. It's actually more calories than
So
you
it's
would
a
have.
heavier sour cream?
But it's the fat content kind of works as a bonding in it. That's what makes it so nice.
All right, so you have that in here.
Yeah, and so that will go on next. Well, all right, so this is going to go on next.
Okay, now what else do you have in here? Because this looks like more than just sour
Yes,
cream.
package of ranch dressing.
Okay, so just plop it on there.
Yeah, and you were
All of it?
All of that.
All of it
I
going in
measured
there?
it. Yeah, it was measured out for this.
So ranch dressing, the powdered ranch dressing into this, creme, how do you say that?
Creme fraiche.
Fraiche, what he said, okay. So you just do another layer of this,
Yep, and we're going to get all the way out.
all the way to the edges, okay, we got to the edges.
Okay.
Now what do we do?
Next is going to sprinkle on your bacon,
Gotta have bacon. You have to have bacon.
which is all over it.
And you don't want to just dump the bacon out of your container. You want to have it so it's in control, folks. We just learned that from Chef today, right, Chef?
Yes.
Because the worst thing that can happen, no, it's not the worst thing. You can bite into something and have a whole bunch of bacon. So just make sure
Definitely.
you have enough bacon on here so you load it up. Okay, there you go. Now what?
Tomatoes.
Tomatoes. We got your
Cherry tomatoes are your best
cherry
ones.
tomatoes.
Yes.
Oh, I love cherry tomatoes.
Because they're a little sweet, you get a little tart, but they're smaller, and you just kind of spread it out.
If I'm not mistaken, one of the grocery stores has cherry tomatoes on sale.
Yes.
This week too.
In
So
fact, that's
you
where I
load
got
up.
them from.
Yep, that's what I thought.
All right,
Okay.
last thing is scallions, and that's up to you.
Green onions, basically, right?
Yes.
Okay, green scallions, green onions, and then sprinkle them
Just
on
sprinkle
top.
over the top.
Now, one of the things you know about salads like this and using sour cream and lettuce, it's always better if it's sitting for a little while. Not overnight, I wouldn't say, but for a little while. How long do you let this sit so everything soaks together?
Well, I made all the way up to there the night before.
Okay.
And you just got to watch your tomatoes. You got to get real firm cherry tomatoes, or they bleed or weep.
Okay, so you have this stuff. You build the layers up here. So this is layers of everything all the way up like this.
Yes, it's the exact same process. You get whatever size bowl. You can make this in. You can make individual ones if you want. If you have little fluted cups, glasses, or a different type of dish.
In
whatever
case
you
you're
want.
wondering, this looks like a really cool container for this. Those stores that sell everything for $1, they have these available, and they have the little tiny ones too for the individual ones that you
Right.
just mentioned. So make sure you take advantage of that too.
Yes, definitely.
All right, so this is very good. Some great ideas here, Chef, and hopefully making everybody's big old party even biglier, as they say. Is that even a word? I don't know. We just made that one up. We're trying to take some words that we had heard in
Can
the
we get
past.
credit for that?
I think
then?
we can. Yeah,
All right.
we are
We're
right
the first
now.
ones to do it.
How about that?
It's on TV.
How about that? It is, again, the U.S. Army Reserve. Again, very lucky to have someone like you, of your talents, to create some things like this. But, folks, you heard it from the pro here, the chef himself. You want some great things for your big party coming up in about a week and a half. Here's a couple of ideas for you. We will be right back. This is CW Iowa Live in West Des Moines.